Yeah. All I need is one mic. Yeah. All I need is one mic.
Hey everybody, welcome back to One Mic. I just want to get in front of you guys and give you an update on some of the things I have planned for the future of this channel. I've done this a couple of times before, and it's probably going to happen occasionally over the course of time, just as I kind of learn what it seems like you guys want to see me talk about, what it seems like you don't want to see me talk about, like the shit that's just not performing well. And, I'll probably make some pivots and some alterations to how I run this channel based upon kind of like your feedback, whether it's like, direct or indirect, kind of just, me reading the numbers and kind of getting an idea of like, okay, these things get comments, these things get views, and these things don't. So what I'm basically going to do for the next couple of minutes is just kind of run down some of the changes that I'm going to make starting right now, and some of the things that you can expect going forward for the remainder of 2021 as I wrap up like a year of doing this channel, which will arrive, I think, sometime in late November. But one thing I've noticed is that there's certain shows that just don't do good numbers for me. And I don't think it's because like I make bad videos about the shows. It's just that when you're competing with 2 million other YouTube channels covering that same show, it's really tough for me as someone who's new to this to gain traction. Where I gain traction is on shows that kind of have like a niche following. Like a good example is Mare of Easttown. Mare of Easttown had a niche following, and it picked up as the show progressed, and people talked about it and learned about it more. And those videos did really well for me. Now, if Mare of Easttown were Game of Thrones, I wouldn't see those kinds of numbers because I'd be competing with 8 million other channels covering it. But, I started covering it from episode 1, and it just kind of picked up from there. So that one did good for me. Conversely, something like Loki or any of these Marvel shows, they don't do good for me. They don't do good numbers. I'm going to keep doing the Marvel shows, by the way. I don't want you guys to think that was me transitioning to saying that since they don't do good, I'm not going to do them anymore. I'm going to keep doing them because I fucking want to do them. So it doesn't matter to me. One thing that's always going to play a part in what I cover on this channel, and forgive me if this offends you, but I don't give a fuck if it offends you. I'm going to cover shit that I like, that I think that I might like or that I want to see as well. So it's not just going to be like, hey, I'm covering things that people want to see, like these things that are getting views. I'm going to cover what the fuck I want to cover. So we'll kind of see how that goes. But I'm still going to cover the Marvel stuff. But my point is that the Marvel stuff has so much competition out there for me, and it just doesn't do well for me. So what I'm going to do is I've noticed that I make my bread and butter in episode by episode analysis. It seems like people really dig my analysis. For these kind of like niche shows that have like these cult followings, people come looking for analysis of these episodes, and it seems like I'm providing the kind of content that they're looking for. So I'm probably going to shift a little bit more in that direction. I mean, I'm already kind of heavy in that direction at this point with just like natural events occurring. That's kind of how I've ended up. I'm still gonna watch shows and be like, okay, I think this is good, I think this is not, you might want to watch this, you might want to skip it. I'm still gonna do that kind of stuff. But the spoiler content where I'm kind of like breaking down a little bit some of the themes and episodes and things like that stuff does really good for me. So I'm gonna continue to focus on that aspect of it. And I'm still gonna check out stuff like, for instance, there's a new He-Man series that's coming out on Netflix on Friday. I'll probably binge that and then just make a video like, here's what I thought of that show. And I'm going to do the same thing I've already covered the first 2 parts of Transformers War for Cybertron. Part 3 drops on, I think, the 29th. I'll do the same thing with that. I'll probably watch all episodes in one sitting, and then I'll hop on here and tell you guys what I thought about it. But mainly I'm going to be focusing on episode by episode coverage. So, to that point, there's a few things that I'm going to stop covering, and a few things that I'm going to run down some of the things that I'm going to not start covering, but some of the things that you can expect me to cover in the coming months as they premiere. So, Rick and Morty, I'm going to stop covering Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty does not really, it's not really the type of show that warrants the level of coverage that I'm trying to provide if I'm going episode by episode. And no one watches the Rick and Morty videos because of what I mentioned earlier. It's an incredibly popular show, so they don't do good numbers. They don't do good numbers for me, and it's not really a show that warrants, the kind of analysis and magnifying glass that I like to put on shows. So I'm going to stop coverage of Rick and Morty effective immediately. I'm still going to watch it because I'm a huge fan, but That's a lot. It takes a lot for me to put these videos out, and to put something out and have like 6 people watch it is not worth my time. So it is what it is. For those of you who have not watched any Fight Talk videos, which is probably all of you, you wouldn't know this, but I'm going to put it on here as well. I'm going to stop doing Fight Talk as well. Same reason as Rick and Morty. It doesn't warrant the level of analysis that I like to do with my shows. And obviously, MMA events are not TV shows, and they do terrible. The Fight Talk videos are my worst performing videos by far. No one watches these. So the next one will be Fight Talk 30. I figured it'd be cool to end on a round number. That's going to come. I don't know when UFC 265 is. Well, I mean, I know it's in August, but we'll say mid-August, give or take. That will be the last Fight Talk, barring some sort of miracle where all of a sudden people are clamoring to have me continue it, but like no one's watching it, like literally nobody. So I'm going to end those effective immediately, or effective August, whatever, whenever UFC 265 happens. And then some of the stuff you can expect going forward, I'm going to start kind of like charting out things that are coming out that I'm interested in, that I know I'm going to cover. I'm going to want to cover week by week, or at least is on my radar to cover week by week. Because the thing that's tricky is like a lot of shows put their shit out on Fridays, Wednesdays, Sundays, especially Sunday. So that makes it tricky to if 3 things come on Sundays that I want to cover week by week, that makes Monday a really tough day for me if I want to get the videos out in a timely fashion. So, I'm going to start planning this sort of thing out. So I'm going to run down some of the stuff that I'm going to be covering going forward that I know is at least on my radar right now, and things will come up, I'm sure, that will pique my interest, that I'll probably be checking out, and that I might end up doing week by week coverage on, that I just don't know about yet. So this Friday, July 23rd, Ted Lasso Season 2 will premiere on Apple TV+. I'll be covering that every week. I absolutely love that show. There's a video on this channel for talking about Season 1, which I thought was phenomenal. And it's an incredible show. Really good stuff. So, and I think that does warrant, they do so much great character work on that show that I think it does warrant a episode by episode coverage. So I'll be starting that on Friday, July 23rd. Wednesday, August 11th, I'm still on the fence. I don't know if Marvel's What If is going to warrant week by week coverage, or if it's something that I'm going to just watch and not cover. I gotta see what they're going to go for, because I'm not really sure what they're going to go for with this. So, I mean, I know the concept of the show, obviously, but I don't know if it's something that's going to warrant that kind of coverage. So I'll probably watch the first episode and either make a decision right then before I do a video, or I'll do a video for the first episode, think on it, and then see what happens on the second one. So that's a maybe. Thursday, August 12th is another maybe, but this one is a little bit more likely to happen. Will be Titan Season 3 on HBO Max. I figured that's probably going to be one I'll cover week to week, but it'll be one of those things where, like, if I'm already doing 4 or 5 shows a week, I'm not going to throw Titans on there. But, you never really know. Like, right now now that I'm dropping Rick and Morty, I'm only going to be doing, and Loki just ended. So I'm doing Kevin Can Fuck Himself right now, and The White Lotus, which I'm probably going to stop with that one. And then that might be all I'm doing right now, actually, now, with stuff wrapping up. But anyway, where was I? Wednesday, August 18th, 9 Perfect Strangers, a new show on Hulu, has a phenomenal cast. I implore you to go check out the cast. I'll be covering that week to week for sure. Friday, September 24th, Foundation, probably my second most anticipated show of 2021, will be hitting Apple TV+. I'll be covering that week to week. If Lord of the Rings comes out this year, I'll be covering that week to week. And then in the fall, some stuff with no dates. Succession Season 3, I will cover that week to week. Gomorrah Season 5, I will cover that week to week. And Dexter, I think Dexter's going to be Season 9 or 10, I can't recall. But I think Dexter's this fall or winter, I'll cover that week to week as well. So that's just some of the stuff that you can anticipate. But I just want to get in front of you guys and let you kind of know that the direction I'm taking the channel, which is going to be a little bit more in-depth, week-by-week coverage of shows, so spoilery kind of stuff, for people who just watch something and want to come, see some analysis or see someone talk about it. I'm going to focus on that a little bit more. No more Rick and Morty coverage. No more Fight Talk coming in August. That will be the last one. And then I just ran down a few shows that I'm going to start covering. as they premiere over the course of July, August, and September. So that's where we're headed, and I will see you guys then, and hopefully it will be a good one. All right, peace.